All the greatest sports movies have one thing in common. They tell the story of an underdog who overcomes the longest odds and the toughest foes to cap an improbable signature victory. The love of the underdog is what causes us to empathize with Rudy and Rocky and to derive such great joy from seeing David defeat Goliath. In spite of many of the great sports movies I've watched, I firmly believe that the underdog story of the 2011-2012 Flat Hat staff is the best I've ever seen. This staff has faced and overcome more challenges than any other staff in recent memory. 1 year ago today, we were young and very inexperienced. Despite our youth, we were passionate and unafraid to test the norms and push the boundaries of this newspaper's capabilities. As the year progressed, our staff and newspaper have blossomed, and I am incredibly proud of the work we have produced. In one short year, we have completely transformed multiple aspects of the Flat Hat. In August, our design staff introduced a sleek redesign for our print edition, allowing us to improve the look and feel of our paper. And more importantly, with the help of our friends at Smelly Cat Productions, we dragged our 101-year-old newspaper into the 21st century via a beautiful new website which debuted in February. In addition to these momentous events, oh yeah, by the way, we also managed to produce 52 print issues upholding the standard of quality and professionalism which has become expected of this newspaper. None of this would have been possible without the tireless work of our staff members, especially our two seniors, Walter Hickey and Becky Koenig. While his methods may be unconventional, Walter has continually impressed me with his tireless dedication and enthusiasm. Walter's computer science expertise proved invaluable during our lengthy website reclamation project, and he is one of the driving forces behind the beautiful website you see today. Walter also made his mark on other sections as well, bringing his eye for analysis and unconventional style of humor to each page of the newspaper. Indeed, he is one of the first ever Flat Hat staff members to have his work appear in news, variety, sports, opinions, online, and the police beat. Over the past year, Becky has made an enormous impact on how our news section operates. Becky single-handedly taught me and the rest of our staff the ins and outs of news coverage, and is one of the best writers on our staff. In addition to Becky's printed work, she has also been an excellent managing editor behind the scenes, skillfully diffusing problems and remaining a steady source of good advice. We wish Becky the best in all her future endeavors, and if she ever wants to come back and visit us, there's a chair waiting for her in the corner of the office. While we will certainly miss Becky and Walter, I am exceedingly confident in the rest of our returning staff. After a semester and a half of capably steering the variety section, news editor Catherine Chigalinsky stepped up when we needed her most to become news editor. After leaving the comfy confines of variety, Catherine made an instant impact, breathing new life into the layouts and design of the news section. Catherine will be joined by Ken Lin, a former associate news editor whose dedication and expertise allowed him to rise through the ranks quickly. Ken's work with the interview with CNN's John King was one of my favorite. Pieces of video that we produced all year. I'm excited to see how Catherine and Ken guide news into the next year. I normally try to steer clear of making grandiose statements about the history of this newspaper, but I am confident that outgoing opinions editor Elizabeth DeBusk is the finest headline writer this newspaper. In 2 years as opinions editor, After 2 years as opinions editor, Elizabeth will become the writer behind our unsigned editorials. Ellen Wexler will rise from associate opinions editor to assume the reins. Ellen has written many insightful columns over the past year, and I know she will continue to do so. Like Ellen and Ken, Sarah Gaspari and Abby Boyle graduated from our intern program and have risen to the rank of section editor. Sarah and Abby will draw upon the design skills and creative story brainstorming processes handed down to them by a slew of previous variety editors. I know that both of them are ready to assume the challenge because in typical variety fashion, they did most of the work as associate variety editors while the previous variety editors supervised. Give me a second.
Rude!
I'm only about halfway. Few staff members has shown as much dedication as sports editor Jared Fortek, as demonstrated through his coverage of Tribe Athletics and his passion for our website. Jared has shown his dedication through his coverage of Tribe Athletics, his passion for our website, and I couldn't have planned this, his penchant to wear the exact same orange Brooks Brothers shirt and pretty much every day. Jared is the finest sports writer we have, and I am excited to see him return for another year. Rumor has it that Jared will be paired with the most handsome sports editor that we have, so congratulations. Always the model of stability, our copy staff will once again be directed by our two wonderful copy chiefs, Kate Hopte and Stephanie Hubbard. Stephanie and Kate carefully comb through the grammar and style of every article to save the newspaper from a myriad of potentially embarrassing mistakes, and they will continue to do so. Ellie Kaufman will retain her position as chief staff writer for parts of the next year. Ellie did a wonderful job training future members of the Flat Hat through her work with the intern program, and she always brightens the mood in the office. We are throwing a goodbye party for Ellie, but you can't come unless you pay me $5. Chris McKenna will also serve as chief staff writer this year. Over the past 2 years, Chris has proven to be one of the most reliable writers on staff, and will be able to showcase these talents in his new position. Additionally, I would also like to thank Ariel Cohen, Matt Giattino, and Haley Arnold for their various contributions over the course of the past year. Zach Hardy will take over. Sorry, Zach. Over the course of the past year, Zach has provided quality of video footage and features that will continue to build a reputation for the online section.
What just happened?
Nara Yoon has served as the paper's business manager this year, and her expert accounting skills help the newspaper thrive through tough economic times. I'm pleased to announce that a trio of experienced and enthusiastic executive staff members will oversee this talented staff. Incoming executive editor Katie Demiria is one of the most squared-away people you will ever meet. During her time as variety editor, Katie consistently blew us away with her mastery of InDesign, careful planning, and skillful ability to manage others. Katie has done an excellent job of training others, and I am confident that she will be a great asset to the next staff of opinions and variety editors. If you're going to work in a cramped basement for hours on end, it's always good to have a few colorful personalities to break up the monotony. During an impressive year as news editor, incoming managing editor Vanessa Remmers always kept us laughing in the wee hours of the morning with her Cartman voice, old English rants, and inappropriate sports metaphors. While she wasn't making us laugh, Vanessa consistently made the best out of tough situations and overcame a bevy of obstacles to take news to new heights. Vanessa has a great eye for news and is one of the hardest working people I know. She will do an excellent job overseeing news and sports. I've always considered being the editor-in-chief of the Flat Hat a great honor, and can think of no one more deserving of such an honor than Jill Found. During her time as executive editor, Jill was my right-hand woman, and never hesitated to do what it took to help ensure the success of the paper. Jill took a leading role in transforming the Flat Hat this year, and she was at the center of many of our biggest projects. I know Jill will be successful, and I wish her and her staff the best of luck as they guide the 102nd volume of the Flat Hat to even greater heights.